Tav X, purity becoming one. Tav X, purity becoming one. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. I know I've been gone for a little bit. I've been in the laboratory working on another video. Still not done with it. I think it's an interesting video to me that's going to be coming up. Probably on the weekend, I'm going to do it. So, uh, I got this video. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. You know, I'm a student of King Solomon, so I want to share some biblical things with you. We'll wait like 7, 8 minutes, see if somebody comes into the room. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn that fan down. That fan is too loud. You can't hear it, all right, but wow. Mm. I gotta turn this fan down. It's too loud. And it's probably at the lowest too, but it's still too loud. It's really burning back there. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. So I've been kind of busy. Been writing, brainstorming, and I came out with a very, I think it, well, I feel it's interesting. And I have never done a video like this before because the situation never presented itself to me. And I thought I would be able to finish it quickly, but I wasn't able to. It just kept writing and writing. So that video is going to be a kind of long video, but you'll see why it's important for me to make it, not that I want to make it long, but just add all the stuff that I felt is relevant to the title. So this video that I'm doing is like a hors d'oeuvre. It has nothing to do with the video that I'm still been working on for like a week. So I've been missing in action. And we'll start like 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. You know, I don't give any pre-notifications. This is a Torah Tanakh only Hebrew Eberite channel. We don't read no New Testament or other books. And the Negroes that have been scattered to the four corners of this flat earth who only suffer the curse of Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26 are the children of the Most High, the chosen people of the Most High. Everything else that you've learned is a lie. You're going to hear that in my upcoming video. Hopefully, I will do it this weekend. Tomorrow, I'm going to be working on it more. Excuse me. I've been working on it for like a week already, a week already. You know, part by part. So maybe tomorrow I'll finish it, and who knows? You know, the weekend. By the weekend, I should probably do it most likely. Most likely. Mm. We're at 5 minutes, 38 seconds. Nobody has come on the live right now. Um, they could be on the live, but not in the comment section. So whether somebody comes on or not, I start at 7.5 minutes total tops. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. Uh, Who do we have here? Let me change my glasses. Then we'll be reading. My videos and my notes and my videos. And Phyllis, it's me and you alone. Are you scared? Uh, these are computer glasses for the blue light. Top Brother Island. All praise to our King and Savior alone. 1000%. Today's video is calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. I was talking, of course, to myself. I didn't know if anybody else was on earlier. We're going to start now as soon as I finish this comment with you. I've been missing in action. I've been working on a video. I've been working. uh, Laughter is the best medicine. I like medicine. Listen, I've been working on this video, a video that I've never done before. You'll know why when I do it. So I've been working on it all this week, part of last week, getting my thoughts together, going around in my head and writing them down and all that. And I thought I would be able to finish it, but apparently I wasn't able to. And I'll explain why. It's going to be a longer video, but it's going to be, I think, a very helpful video. So I don't want to give any more details, but I've been working on it for a while. So hopefully this weekend, um, I should be done with it, and hopefully I'll be doing it. Hopefully Phyllis should be on to hear it. But this one is like an hors d'oeuvre video, not saying that it's related. It's just a pre-trailer video. No, it's not even a trailer because the trailer matches the movie. There's nothing to do with this. It's just, an hors d'oeuvre before the main course. Um, and it's something that you guys already know, but it's done in a different format. And I'll explain that then. But anyway, Phyllis, Tavex, purely becoming one. I'm happy that you're on. Tavex, purely becoming one. It's just me and you. Are you afraid to be alone with me? I don't bite. Maybe. Listen, since we're mentioning dogs, like I mentioned the dog thing. I just saw this funny clip. Since you say you have a sense of humor, and I do. I do because laughter is the best medicine. I saw this, and I'm going to share this clip with you too. I'm going to share another clip. I want you to remember. Look at this. I ain't did nothing. He just lied. I ain't did nothing. He just lied. I ain't did nothing. I ain't do nothing. The heathens are lying. I ain't do nothing. They lying, the heathen Gentiles. Anyway, listen, I have a video clip. Remind me, Phyllis, it's like a minute clip, but it's an informational, FYI for your information. I want to share with the people. Remind me because I'm going to forget. All right, let's get into it, Phyllis. I'm glad that you are the only one on. Are you scared to be alone with me? I'm glad you're on this Torah Tanakh only channel. First Samuel chapter 7. If you're going to return back to the Most High, return back to the Most High with your whole heart. Put away the strange God and serve Him alone. This is what we cheer up here in Hebrew on the island too. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand, Israelites. And you know my videos and my notes and my videos. So it's pretty long, but I think it's worthwhile. And you know, it's the inspiration. And I write things down. You know why? Because sometimes I used to do things in the beginning, a couple of years ago, and I would just do it off the cuff. I'll take the subject, memorize the things I need to say, then add the scripture. And then when I was doing the video, then when I hit in stream at the end, I said, "Oh, I forgot to say this. Oh, I forgot to say that." So how I eliminated that problem, I have a whole bunch of these notebooks, all different types of notebooks. And I put all my videos in there. So I go over what I wrote down so I don't say at the end of the video stream when I hit the buttons that says in stream. I should have said that. I forgot. So, you know, a smart man is not just somebody who can remember everything. A smart man is somebody that knows where to find it at. And that's me, your Kohelet. He were on the island too. All right, let's get back into the video before I get carried away. All right, calmness and wisdom go hand in hand, Israelites. These are some of the things that inspire me to be a student of King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived from our law and history book called it Tanakh. The heathen Gentiles call it the Bible. And they call it the Old Testament. This is a lesson from King Solomon to all of us. King Solomon knew that the Most High severed us from all the other people. King Solomon knew that the Israelites were severed from all the people on the earth. Leviticus chapter 20, verses 23 and beyond. But I'm starting at, 23. For it is because they did all these things that I abhorred them. I, the Lord, am your God who has set you apart from other people. So you shall set apart the clean beast from the unclean bird from the clean. You shall not draw abominations upon yourselves through beast or bird or anything with which the ground is alive, which I set apart for you to treat as unclean. You shall be holy to me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and I have set you apart from other peoples to be mine. See, King Solomon knew this. This was in part imparted to him, and his wisdom that was granted to him to us as a reminder of who we are and the way to achieve righteous conduct through applying wisdom. Ancient Hebrew Israelite. Even Moses also told us the way to gain wisdom all over the people of the earth. Do you remember? Moses even told us the way to wisdom before King Solomon did. Come with me to Deuteronomy chapter 4. All right, be Israel in the house, I don't want to go back over what I did. And Phyllis will tell you, you have to watch the video from the beginning. You know, I make a couple little jokes here and there. You know, your co-health likes to joke a little bit. And remind me, Phyllis, to remind me to show that little video clip. It's a FYI for your information video clip at the end of this video. So this is a lesson from King Solomon. This video is called Calmness and Wisdom Go Hand in Hand. And for you guys that just came on, your co-health has been missing in action because I've been working on a video. And this is not this video. It's a video that has been taking me longer to write down and longer than I thought. So hopefully by this weekend I'll be doing that video. That's a video that you want to watch. A lot of the stuff that's in it, but it's done differently. You'll see why. I'm not gonna think it'll be a surprise to you, and you'll see why I'm doing it. You say, "Yo, that Kohelet is not just funny; he's kind of smart." So anyway, listen. Today's video is called "Calmness and Wisdom Go Hand in Hand, Israelites." This is a lesson from King Solomon to all of us. King Solomon knew that the Most High severed us from other people. Now I'll read it again, Leviticus chapter 20, starting at verse 23. For it is because they did all these things that I abhor them. I, the Lord, am your God, like the heathens. He said, he's not the heathens' God, but he says, the heathens, is that they do all these things that abhor them. I, the Lord, am your God, who has set you apart from other peoples. So you shall set apart the clean beast from the unclean bird from the clean. You shall not draw abominations upon yourselves through beast or bird or anything, Israelite, with which the ground is alive, which I set apart for you to treat as unclean. You shall be holy to me, for I am holy, and I've set you apart from other people to be mine. King Solomon knew this. This was imparted to him. This is why he's called the wisest man that ever lived. I'm a student of King Solomon. That's why this was very interesting for me to write, because I love King Solomon's writings, since I'm a student of King Solomon. And you should be too. King Solomon knew this. This was imparted to him, and his wisdom that was granted to him to us as a reminder of who we are. And the way to achieve righteous conduct is by applying the wisdom. Remember, the title of this video is Calmness and Wisdom Go Hand in Hand, Israelite. Ancient Hebrew Israelites, even Moses also told us the way to gain wisdom over all the people on the earth. Do you remember? He even said this before King Solomon. Come with me to Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2. We're going to read several verses in Deuteronomy chapter 4. You shall not add anything to what I command you or take anything away from it, but keep the commandments of the Lord God that I enjoin upon you. See, I have imparted to you laws and rules as the Lord my God has commanded me for you to abide by in the land that you are about to enter and occupy. Observe them faithfully, for that will be proof of your wisdom and discernment to other peoples who, on hearing of all these laws, will say, surely that great nation is a wise and discerning people. For what great nation is there that has a God so close at hand as is the Lord our God whenever we all call upon him? Or what great nation has laws and rules as perfect as all this teaching that I set before you this day? Moses is telling the Israelites this. But take utmost care and watch yourself scrupulously, so that you do not forget the things that you saw with your own eyes, and so that they do not fade from your mind as long as you live. This is why I have this channel, Hebrew on the Island too, is the statement that Moses said at the end. But take utmost care and watch yourself scrupulously, so that you do not forget the things that you saw with your own eyes. And on this channel, you heard and saw, that they do not fade from your mind as long as you live. Because here at Hebrew on the Island too, I say this is a Torah and Tanakh only channel. We ain't into those other books, New Testaments, and all them other books and stuff like that. We deal with this, because most of us haven't gotten this Tanakh down. We deal with 1 Samuel chapter 7. If you're going to return back to the Most High, return back to the Most High with your whole heart. Put away the strange God and serve him alone. Joshua 24, to have undivided loyalty. 2 Chronicles chapter 30, set your mind on worshiping the Most High, and he provides atonement. Jeremiah 9, to glory in my devotion to the Most High. Isaiah 66, the Most High's sight is on the poor and brokenhearted and the downtrodden and those that are concerned with his laws. That's the motto of Hebrew on the Island too, the Torah and Tanakh only channel. So that they do not fade from your mind. The most key things, Ecclesiastes 12:13, for the conclusion of the whole matter, the sole purpose of man is to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. So I keep harping on you guys, the same thing. Like, he keeps talking about the same thing. No, I don't really, because I got like almost 800 videos. They go across the gamut of all different things that you need to know. But guess what? I reinforce these things because so that they do not fade from your mind. So I answered your question. To some of you think, well, I heard that before. Well, you need to hear it again. These gems presented to us by way of King Solomon's writing is a lesson in training your mind so that they do not fade from your mind. For our future world status and position. You know, we're living in the end time. Foods are going off the shelf. People don't got jobs like in crazy numbers. That American dream is a nightmare, a Freddy Krueger nightmare, which is good for us. Because in order for our kingdom to rise, the kingdom of the new kingdom of the Hebrew Israelites ruling this whole earth under King David, a kingdom got to fall, which is this demonic kingdom. And don't fear it. Don't fear what's coming. Psalm 112, he will not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart should be firm. His heart should be resolute. He should trust in the Most High. He will not be afraid of his foes because all his foes will fall. When the wicked see this, they're going to be vexed. Their confidence shall fall and all their desires will come to nothing. So you don't have to worry about that. Psalm 34, the angels of the Most High encamps around all those that fear him and they lack nothing. Why are you going to be afraid? Job 5. In Isaiah 65, happy is the man that's corrected. He doesn't despise chastisement. He will save you in a 6 and 7 trouble. When they thirst, you will drink. When they hunger, you will eat. The sword will pass by you. Natural disasters will pass by you. The animals will be in league with you, and you'll laugh at the calamities when it befalls the heathens. Don't be afraid. Oh, what's coming and this and that. He tells us don't fear. Psalm 35, it says, those that are anxious of heart, fear not, be strong. For your God is in your midst. Are you going to take the scripture to heart, really? These gems presented to us by way of King Solomon's writing is a lesson in training your mind for our future world status and position under King David, but most of all, to be obedient to the laws. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 13 and verse 15. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish his name and his royal throne forever. But I will never withdraw my favor from him. They're talking about King Solomon, as I withdrew it from King Saul when I removed to make room for you. He's talking to King David. King David, you know, had much blood on his hands. So Most High said, yo, you're going to have a son. It's King Solomon. Be the wisest man ever lived, and he's going to build my house. And I'm not going to withdraw my favor from him like I did King Saul. So some of you people, oh, well, he had a lot of wives and concubines, and he building those things, statues, and listening to them crazy women. You don't know the job and the function of King Solomon. That's why you say those foolish things. Me, I'm a student of King Solomon. I know that's not the case. He built and made King Solomon just to test everything out, to write it down for a lesson to you. So you know to turn right or to turn left. Stop that silly Christian stuff out. We had a lot of wives, you did this, that you don't know the scriptures. And the scriptures are only the New Testament, the Old Testament. Excuse me. You put a pepper on my tongue. The Tanakh. Israelite. The scriptures train your mind for what is coming to the earth. which is the earth rulership change, and wisdom will be needed for such a time as that. This is why I don't know. I don't know. The most I put it in my head. I would never think. I had a channel before this. I'm going on like 800 videos soon on this channel. And I had like 700 and I don't know, 50 or 25 on the other channel that terminated. I never thought I would be saying, yo, I'm a student of King Solomon. And then studying all these things and writing them down and studying them and then saying it. The words are powerful. So that's why this video is interesting to me, because I get to utilize King Solomon's writings. Israelite, the scriptures train your mind for what is coming to the earth, which is the earth rulership change and wisdom, which will be needed for such a time as that. Isaiah 55 verse 3 to 5. Incline your ears and come to me. Hearken, and you shall be revived, and I will make with you an everlasting covenant, the enduring loyalty promised to David, King David, as I made him a leader of peoples with an S, a prince and a commander of peoples with an S. So you shall, so it's talking to the Israelites and the descendants of the Israelites. So it's you. Verse 4 of Isaiah chapter 55, as I made him a leader of peoples, a prince and a commander of peoples, so you shall summon a nation that did not know you, shall come running to you for the sake of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, who has glorified you. Ancient Hebrew Israelites, hear me. You're not Jewish. Jews, they have another God. They're imposters. We're the ancient Hebrew Israelites. Ancient Hebrew Israelites. Only wisdom can have us fulfill this tremendous task that's going to be confront us. We're living in the end days, which will be the heathen Gentiles in and the ancient Hebrew Israelites' new beginning. This video and your scriptures making you fit for what is to come. Proverbs 28 verse 5. Proverbs 28 verse 5. Evil cannot discern the judgment, but those who seek the Lord discern all things. True biblical wisdom is needed to achieve these required things that are coming. This is another reason why I'm making this video. And I've related calmness and calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. Greatness is not built in moments of comfort. I'm so excited. Excuse me. Greatness is not, and this is why I write these things down. I write all this stuff down because I know if I did the video off the cuff, I'm going to forget a lot of it. Greatness is not built in moments of comfort. It is built in storms, the storms of life, aka also the biblical curses. I know some of you just look at the curses, but the curses are actually bringing us greatness. Remember, I tell you, stop thinking one-dimensional. Here at Hebrew on the Island too, I'm trying to get you guys to think multi-dimensional, not just one-dimensional. See, you'll look at the curses. Yes, they're bad. They're for punishment and they're for this, but there's another aspect to it. It's for your greatness. Greatness is not built in moments of comfort. I want to chill out thing. I live a life with white superiority, systematic systems of white superiority. So my life is easy. I don't get stopped by the cops. I'm not the first. I'm not the last hired and the first fired. Cops are not stopping me, shooting me, asking me for my insurance, saying they're scared. Karen is not molesting me. All the nations of the world, people hate me. Live a life like that. No, we got to go through the curses because that's going to bring greatness. It brings punishment. Look at it in a multi-dimensional way. It's going to bring greatness also. The people that rise to the top are not the loudest or the angriest. This is why I'm making this video also. Calmness, because we're going to learn gems from King Solomon. Everybody, all these philosophers and all that, they get it all from King Solomon. The people that rise to the top are not the loudest or the angriest. They think before they react. They move with intention, not emotions, only the laws of the Most High. Let me say that again. Open your ears. If you have to dig some of that yellow wax, yellow brown wax out, dig it out so you can get it. The people that, remember this, these curses is for punishment. These curses are to set you on the path of greatness. Because you're going to teach nations. That's what I read in Isaiah 55. You are their kings and nobles and governors and czars and professors of the law to them. You got to be the example. We're in class, Israelites. Greatness is not built in moments of comfort. The curses are not comfortable. The curses is a storm. It is built in storms, the storms of life. Those biblical curses. People that rise to the top are not the loudest or the angriest. They think before they react. They move with intention, not emotions. Only the laws of the Most High. Are you living by the laws of the Most High? We're the royal priesthood. Our greatness is in them curses too. I know a lot of you people don't think that. But if you think more than one dimension, you're going to say, this thing is molding me though. It's beating me down like a storm, but it's molding me also. A lot of you people don't think like that because you think one dimension. Right here at Hebron Island too, trying to make you think more than one dimension. In a moment, notice on any given day, your entire life can flip upside down. And you know, we're in the curses. Any day, any moment, that's why he says, who are you to say what you're going to do tomorrow, what you're going to do next week? Only Most High will it. You know that's what it says. You know you've heard that. Oh, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to plan that tomorrow. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to go here. You don't know what the hell is going on because your life could flip upside down in a second. For the regular Gentiles, but could you imagine for you, because you got the regular things on you and you got the curses on you. Your life could flip upside down in a thing, but it's for a purpose. It's for punishment and for greatness. Life doesn't ask for permission and definitely doesn't give warning, aka those Deuteronomy 28 curses. It tells you, but it ain't going to warn you, hey, look what's going to happen to you tomorrow. But one thing you do have, you have control over a lot of stuff. How will you respond in the storms? In the regular storms of what happens to normal people on earth, and the storms of those curses. This is the difference between people who rise, and when I'm talking, this is a Torah and Tanakh only channel, so you know I'm talking to you, talking to the heathen Gentiles. When I'm talking about them, I specify that, okay, the heathen Gentile. But when I'm saying this is the difference between people who rise and people who fall. Talking about the Negroes who've been scattered to the four corners of this flat earth, who only suffer the curses, Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. The Israelites that keep the law and the Israelites that don't keep the law. These are these people. This is the difference between people who rise and people who fall. Not their circumstances or backgrounds, but their ability to stay in control. And this is what the wisest man that ever lived has taught me, a new Yeshua Israel, your Kohelah, and I want to teach you and encourage you. Israelites see, most people react, which is their first instincts. And I was doing that a lot in my life, reacting. And I know some people personally that that was part of them. They react quick. Remember, this is class. This earth is classroom. It's for us to learn. Come on, we're coming to the end. Let's get the program. Let's get the memo. This is a refresher. Israelites see, most people react, which is their first instinct. For example, if someone says something disrespectful and they snap immediately, you know who you are. I do the same thing, but not maybe at that same level. But you know who you are, and a lot of you other people that I don't know, you used to do that. I'm glad you changed though. But I'm glad you know, and I'm trying to encourage you other people to change. When a situation gets difficult and they panic because their emotions are in control, not them. And when emotions run the show, which a lot of you people, you live by emotions. You know, with women, this is what they, you know, a lot of, you know, the thing with women, they go by feelings and their emotions. They don't go by facts. Here at Hebrew on the Island too, I'm telling you, don't listen to your emotions. Listen to your common sense out of the law, and you won't go wrong. It says in Isaiah 34, seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read, and none of these things shall fail. But you guys going off your emotions, you wear your emotions on your sleeve, or your forearm, you know, on your tongue. Oh, you said that? No, no, no. I hate that nigga, you know. And when emotions run the show, mistakes happen. And you wonder why you got a lot of problems in your life. Regret happens. Man, I shouldn't have told him that. Now look at me. Because reacting without thinking is like driving blindfolded and you don't know where you are going. And sooner or later, you're going to crash into the wall or into that speeding 18-wheeler that's very heavy that's going to do your body no good. But the people, the Israelites who know how to pause, who learn how to control their reactions, they see things differently. And you'll start seeing things differently when you start using the wisdom of Solomon and the wisdom from the major and minor prophets. You'll start seeing it, not just reading it, actually applying it. You'll see things differently. They don't get shaken easily. See, a lot of you people, like when bad things happen, and something like, oh, yes, but don't fall apart. Because he says in Psalm 121, I'm gonna he says, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be your helper and protector. Psalm 121. He said, I'm not gonna let your feet slip to the left or the right. I'm the one that don't slumber or sleep. So why are you so fearful? Be fearful if you're a stiff-necked, rebellious Negro, sidestepping the law at every turn, picking and choosing what you want to do. Yes, then you fear. For the rest of you, trust in the Most High. They don't let small situations take them away from their bigger purposes. And for my bigger purposes, I find that in 2 Chronicles chapter 30. Those who set their mind on worshiping the Most High, He provides atonement. Joshua 24, to have undivided loyalty to the Most High. Jeremiah 9, to glory in my devotion to Him. Jeremiah 66, to be concerned with His law, His words. Ecclesiastes 12:13, for the conclusion of the whole matter, the sole purpose of man is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. It didn't say nothing else. Remember, Deuteronomy 4, do not add or take away. This is why I'm not popular, because I'm saying stay on the plumb line. No, let's add this. Let's read Enoch. Let's read Jubilees. Let's go over here. Let's read this. Let's do this. You don't read the scriptures. You don't study the law. And I'm trying to keep you straight. This is a skill. And like any skill, it takes practice. This is why I make all my videos. I'm trying to provide remembrance to you so you'll practice these things. You, the person in Isaiah 55, you don't realize you're the person in Isaiah 55. Incline your ears and come to me. Hearken, and you shall be revived, and I will make with you an everlasting covenant. He's talking to you, Israelites. He's giving David as the example. And I will make with you an everlasting covenant, the enduring loyalty promise to David. As I made him a leader of peoples, a prince and a commander of peoples, so you shall summon a nation that did not know you, shall come running to you. For the sake of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, who glorified you. You got to be in your position. You got to be in professor mode of this. And today is lesson day. It's called Earth. It's called your life. Seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read Isaiah 34. None of these things shall fail. One wrong reaction can cost you an opportunity or you violating the Most High's law. Hating your brother, holding grudges, coveting, backbiting, adultery, stealing, killing, having another God before the Most High, making graven images from the heavens, the earth, and under the sea, taking his name in vain, not keeping Sabbath, not honoring your mother and father, killing, killing, adultery, stealing, bearing false witness. One wrong reaction can cost you an opportunity or you violating the laws of the Most High. One wrong reaction can damage a relationship. And for some of you people, you know what I'm talking about. One wrong reaction can put you in a situation that you never wanted to be in. Oh shit, lost my job, I got no money. I should have kept my mouth shut. I'm a student of King Solomon. I'm going to get to it at the end of this. He imparts wisdom to live through the curses. That is punishment, but it's also to make you great for your greatness also. How many times did you let stress push you in a direction or make a choice that you regretted later? This is what happens when you let the moment control you instead of you controlling the moment. But when you learn to control your reactions, you gain power over yourself, power over your mind, power over your coming future. This is why I'm taking some time out to deal with you, your mind, how you think. As a man thinks, so he is. Israelite, these curses, this life is our test and classroom. And being calm is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's a superpower, really. I'm going to read some of Solomon's writings on this. People confuse calmness with passiveness. They think staying calm means you don't care, which is not true at all. Calmness means you care too much to let temporary feelings ruin something important. Calmness means you see the bigger picture, setting our minds on worshiping the Most High, which is what is required and what should be your purpose. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verses 12. And now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God demand of you? Only that you revere the Lord your God, to walk only in his paths, to love him, and to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and soul, keeping the Lord's commandments. What you learn is not listen, what I've learned from this lesson that I wrote, what you learn is not every battle deserves a fight. Every comment doesn't deserve a response. Remember, we're dealing with calmness. Not every situation deserves your energy and involvement. You know, being wise makes you discern a lot of things in situations. You can see it, like how Neo in the Matrix, when the agents were at one of the end of the hall getting ready to shoot Neo, and then he could see them, like actually see them as computer numbers, zeros and ones and stuff like that. Like he can see. Wisdom makes you see where the other people don't have it, which is they don't have discernment. And they're definitely not calm. That's why I said calmness goes hand in hand with wisdom. The strongest people are not the ones who react the fastest. They're the ones who think the longest, the ones who know how to take a deep breath. Let me chill out. Don't get crazy and new Yeshua Israel. Because it happened to me yesterday and today. What I wrote about happened to me. Like I wrote it and then I went out. I was hit with the situation. I was getting ready to explode like a rocket, like, but not thing, but just how like normal. I get mad, but I can control it somewhat. But still, I'm mad. Giving faces and stuff. As soon as I wrote it, I went outside. I experienced it, and today I had to go out, and I was. Guess what? I wanted to react because I saw that person, and in my head was this video. And no, calmness. Even though they're heathen Gentiles, calmness, because I'll even be better with my Hebrew brothers and sisters. I practice on these demon Neanderthal heathens. I'm gonna be superly calm and understanding and loving to my brothers. The strongest people are not the ones. Remember, this is a classroom. Everything is for your learning. The curses are for your learning too, for your greatness. Did you really realize that? The strongest people are not the ones who react the fastest. They are the ones who think the longest, the ones who know how to take a deep breath and ask themselves, is this worth my time and energy? Israelites, because time and energy is very valuable. Mine definitely is. What about yours? And if you waste it by reacting to every little thing, I know people that used to do that. And if you waste it by reacting to every little thing that tries to shake you, you will have nothing left for the things that actually matter, which for us ancient Hebrew Israelites is becoming pure. That's why I always say it. Purity and becoming one. Tav X. Which for us ancient Hebrew Israelites is becoming pure and faithful in the sight of the Most High. Being calm doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means understanding them better. Being calm gives you the opportunity and makes to make the decisions to rise above it. The power is not in what is happening to you. Listen to this. This is why I said this. Calmness is linked, it goes hand in hand with wisdom. You know, I'm a student of King Solomon. The power is not in what is happening to you. The power is in how you respond to those emotions and situations. It's like every time you're feeling yourself getting angry, stop. Every time fear tries to take over, pause. Every time you feel the urge to react immediately, take a deep breath. Give yourself space to think and evaluate what is best, what's the best move, not just in the moment, but for our future learning, because life will test you, which for the Israelites, it's our actual training for our forever roles and positions in the new kingdom. People will test you, circumstances will test you, but people who stay in control and don't let the storms shake them, aka for us, biblical curses, those are the Israelites that will win. Israelites, do you want to be a winner? That's why I do this. That's why I'm a student of King Solomon, because I know being calm is linked to wisdom, and I'm a student of King Solomon. Israelite, do you realize silence is one of the most powerful tools that we have, and most people don't understand that. Being silent. They think power is speaking the loudest, reacting the fastest, making sure that they always have the last word. And I know some people, you know who you are. I gotta have the last word. I be talking to people here, in Dominican Republic. And you know, people don't want to hear the truth. Like that Tom Hanks movie. He says, I want the truth. And the commander said, you can't handle the truth. I start telling some people the truth, and they're like that. They ain't thinking, they just want to do what I just wrote. They think power is speaking the loudest, reacting the fastest, making sure they always have the last word. They think silence means weakness and that you don't have a response or you're backing down. That means you're weak. But the truth is, silence is most often the wisest, smartest, strongest move that you can make. I'm a student of King Solomon. I'm going to bring some of it out later. I'm going to bring it out later, his wisdom. But the truth is, silence is most often the wisest, smartest, strongest move that you can make. Most people don't listen and only waiting for their turn to talk. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking to some of you people I know, a lot of people I don't know. Because most people don't listen and only waiting for their turn to talk. Okay, he said all this to me. Like I said, I talk to these people here, and as soon as I say that, they just waiting for their turn to blah, 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 blah. Yo, you didn't listen to a damn thing I said. Don't tell me you want the truth. Because you can't handle the truth. They hear something that they don't like, and before they even understand it, they are already forming a response. Their emotions take over, and words just start coming out. They don't pause, they don't think, they don't ask themselves, what am I actually trying to accomplish here? And that is where they go wrong. That's where you go wrong. This is why this lesson, calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. I'm trying to impart some wisdom of King Solomon because I'm a student of King Solomon. I keep saying it over and over because I wanted to sink into my coconut. Because when you speak without thinking and react without understanding, you lose control. And the moment you lose control, you lost power. Here at Hebrew on Attitude, you know all my videos, and I have almost 800, is to empower you. Don't think low. Some of them think, hey, he's kind of cocky here. You're damn right. I'm cocky in the law. It's called biblical pride. You don't understand that. It's over your head. It's over your pay grade. You don't want the truth. You can't handle the truth. And I can say it nicely, then you're not going to accept it. You're thick skull, most of you heathen Gentiles and wayward Israelites. Hey, he's cocky. But no, I'm just reading the law. You can't handle that. And since you are opposed to the Most High's law, you think I'm cocky, mean, mad. But if you were a law keeper, you would like agree with me. Like, hey, yo, but he's only talking about the law. That's what I'm saying. There's a reason why the wisest people are often the quietest in the room. It's not because they don't have something to say. It's because they are actually listening and observing and compiling the data and the information. And they are learning. This is what all my videos is about. I want you to learn. You know, I'll be honest with you, it was a thought. Remember, you know, I'm human. In the beginning, I'm like, I ain't gonna share all this stuff because they're gonna be a Kohelet like me. I don't want to be the only Kohelet. David. Once I said, boop, I'm gonna teach everything I have in the arsenal. You know, and when they finally do speak, these are the quietest people. There's a reason why the wisest people are often the quiet, and I can't be quiet because I'm the teacher on this channel. But when I get out in public, I ain't talking crazy. I kind of want to sometimes. I like to be funny, but there's a reason why the wisest people are often the quietest in the room. It's not because they don't have something to say. It's because they are listening, actually listening and observing and compiling information, and they are learning. And when they finally do speak, every word carries weight because their words are not just noise. Because most of the people that they talk, it's just noise, nonsense. It's clown world speaking. Training your mind to be calm is a superpower. This is why I wrote a lot on this, because training your mind is a superpower. And I'm going to say it again. Isaiah 55. This is important for your future and your position and your role. Training your mind to be calm is a superpower, because you're going to have to be a Superman, Ubermensch in the new kingdom. That's your role. Isaiah 55, again, incline your ears and come to me. Hearken and you shall be revived, and I will make with you an everlasting covenant. It's talking to you, Israelites, descendants of the ancient Israelites. Incline your ears and come to me. Hearken and you shall be revived, and I will make with you an everlasting covenant, an enduring loyalty promise to David. As I made him a leader of people, a prince and a commander of people, so you shall summon, you, Israelite, you that I'm talking to on this channel. So you shall summon a nation that did not know you, shall come running to you for the sake of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, who has glorified you. You got to be fit for the job. You're in class now. He won the island too. King Solomon and his writing is a lesson for us to be superpowers. The ancient Israelites will be the ones. Our task will be to teach all the nations of the world to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Calmness and wisdom, because there ain't going to be no more war. Well, people that are involved in war, they ain't usually calm. Am I correct? You know, you read in Job today, turn your swords into plowshares and rakes. Well, they got to have the right mind for that. You are the teachers to teach them calmness. And when they get calmness, they're going to get wisdom. You will teach all the nations of the world to fear the Most High and keep his commandments, and not to war, but to emit peace on the earth. That's why everything's going to be in peace. That means the people got to be calm. That's why I said, title of my video is Calmness and Wisdom Go Hand in Hand. Join me in King Solomon's classroom. Now you're getting it. I'm a student of King Solomon. You're a Kohelet. Solomon calls himself a Kohelet. You know, the other people that don't study and don't think the way I think, and I don't expect that, you know, they call themselves mores and teachers. Since I'm a student of King Solomon, Ecclesiastes 1, I think Ecclesiastes 7, he says the Kohelet said this and that. Well, I'm a student, so I want to be a little mini me of King Solomon. Not to be King Solomon, there's one King Solomon, but to be a good student that's listening with my pen and pencil and paper and all ears. Proverbs chapter 16. It is better to be forbearing, which means patient and restrained. To be restrained, you got to be calm. This is the man that ever lived. Proverbs 16. Listen up. It is better to be forbearing, patient, and restrained. It's more better than the mighty, or to be self-controlled. It's like to be self-controlled. Do you think you have to be calm for something like that? Here at Hebrew on the Island, I'm going to say 100%. Proverbs 16. It is better to be forbearing, patient, and restrained than the mighty, or to be self-controlled than one that could take a city. You know, if somebody could take a city, that's a real strong person. King Solomon says, no, the one who has self-control is more mightier than one that could take a city. And to have self-control, I think you need to be calm. Thus, my title is Calmness and Wisdom Go Hand in Hand. Proverbs chapter 14. Proverbs chapter 14. An impatient man commits folly. Somebody impatient is usually doesn't have a calm spirit. The wisest man is telling you this. Listen, Israelite. Psalm 37. Shun evil and do good, and you shall abide forever. To shun evil, you need to be calm, because the evil things is very alluring. This is why the rappers and movie stars, they sell their souls so they get buy Mercedes and Rolls Royces and mansions and eat babies and drink adrenochrome and all that stuff. They do all the wicked stuff. Cannibalism, witchcraft. They don't shun evil. And to do good, you got to be a calm type person. Psalm 37, Psalm 37. For the Lord loves what is right. He does not abandon his faithful ones. They are preserved forever. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. And I'm going to end with these wisdoms. I love them. I love them. You know, I'm a student of King Solomon. King Solomon says all is futile. So you go around in your world, earth experience, just so focused on job, education, money, house, cars, clothes, women, or for the women, men, um, society status, uh, subscriberships, and all this, and TikTok dances, and million subscribers, and all this stuff like that. Solomon says all is futile, means worthless. Only that shall happen which has happened, only that occurs which has occurred. There's nothing new under the sun. You need to be calm in what you see going around you. And you would know, and you would be calm. You won't be so nervous and fearful and frightened, because you know what? Only that shall happen which has happened. So whatever happens in front of you, say, yo, that must have happened in some other type of form, but it happened. Only that shall happen which has happened. Only that occurs which has occurred. There's nothing new under the sun. All wealth and gain, this is what King Solomon says, all wealth and gain I found was the pursuit of the wind. You guys are like 50 Cent. I got to get rich or die trying. Not me at he on the island too. What about you? To the man who pleases him, he gives wisdom. So if you're not calm in 2025, just know for certain that the Most High has not given imparted wisdom to you, or enough wisdom to be calm. If you're a hothead, or you want to fight, got your emotions on your sleeve. The man who pleases him, he gives him wisdom. Wisdom equals calmness. A season is set for everything, a time for every experience under the sun. So you're going to be calm when these things are around you. Remember, the curses is for punishment, but when you stop thinking just one dimensional, you're going to know the curses is also for you to become great. It's going to build you up. It's not weakness. It's really strength. Your calmness, it's like stoics, being a stoic. Stop trying to control the uncontrollable. God brings everything to pass precisely at its time. He also puts eternity in your mind. Things that come into your life, you should be calm about it. I know it's easier said than done, but put it in your mind. Repeat it. That's why I keep saying I'm a student of King Solomon, because I want to be a student of King Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived. So if you know that God brings everything to pass precisely at his time, whatever's happening to you, then be calm about it. Yes, it could be unnerving, but still try to foster a calmness, because you know what's going on. You're not like the person that, like, the monkey see, no monkey here, no monkey, that thing. You know. It's been given to you in this, and I'm almost my 800 Hebrew Torah videos. This is what he says also. I've realized too that whatever God has brought to pass will reoccur evermore. Nothing can be added or taken away. It's like the Matrix movie. When they run up the stairs because they say the agents are coming, and Neo, before he goes up the stairs, he sees a black cat go by, and then He sees it go by again. And then he told the girl, he said, oh, that was like deja vu. He says, no, the angels are coming. Well, you know, it's like deja vu when you're reading the Tanakh. When you're watching my video, it's like deja vu. It's reminding you. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. The one who dies long since are fortunate than those who are still alive. You need to be calm. You need to be calm in your medical situations. I know some strong Hebrew sisters that are super strong. They got the memo. Be strong in your weakness. The world says death and that. You know, I was like that. When people say, "Oh, I'm like, you're gonna die." I would say that a lot, even here, like before, like years ago. The concubine wifey I was with, she said something like, "Are you gonna, you're older or something?" You're gonna. I said, "No, you're gonna die." I didn't want like the word death and dying on me, not now. But then when I read King Solomon, I received a calmness about death. I tell you, you never stop learning unless you're a hard-headed, stiff-necked, rebellious Israelite or heathen Gentile. Then you stop learning because you want to respond. You got your emotion on your sleeve. You ain't calm. Then I started saying, well, the wisest man said, the one who dies long since is more fortunate than the ones that are living. Then the next, what he says, happier are these who have not come into being and never witnessed the miseries that go under the sun. He's saying the people that didn't even make it out of their mother or just died right there are more fortunate than you guys and me that are living. And I'm going with the wisest men that ever lived, so I look at death differently. I have learned that all labor and skillful endeavors come from men envy of each other, which is futile in the pursuit of the wind. Let me read that again, because I know some of you people, like, I'm going to give you an example. I had Hebrew brothers. I befriend them. They're emailing me. They're talking to me. They're calling me. And then later on, they're throwing rocks and javelins at me, saying I'm a false prophet and saying crazy stuff. Teach out of the law. I'm teaching out of the coconut, teaching out of the law. And you would know that if you actually know the law. Apparently you don't, or you didn't. And I forgive those guys who trying to apologize how they came at me. Several of them. That's why I'm leery of them people trying to get real close. Because they get close, once they get it, then they start throwing javelins at you. It's because of this wise thing King Solomon said. I just read it. I'm going to read it to you again. He says, I have learned that all labor and skillful endeavors, because some of them look at me, why is that an old nigga with the white hair and muscles uh, 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 the Hebrew on Island too? I could do it too. I've learned that all labor and skillful endeavors come from men's envy of each other, which is futile in the pursuit of wind. That's why, I promote some other guys' channels. They come up here if they, torn to knock only because I ain't envying them. I know I'm not to covet anybody's stuff. And I know that everybody got different tasks. Everybody has to do different things. And I ain't standing in the way of the Most High's work. But there's some. I have learned that all labor and skillful endeavors come from men's envy. That means they're trying very hard, not because they want to even be good, it's because they envying you and they jealous of you, or they want, like, man, who the hell is he, or who's the hell is she, and blah, blah, blah. And they just doing that just to pass you up or to knock you off the top of the mountain. They ain't doing it really because they got a love for it. They're doing it because it's envy. This Next one. Futility is the case of the man who is alone with no companion. I live alone, but I have a concubine wife. She lives in the next town over. I'm alone most of the time, but guess what? I've learned to be calm about it. And I was alone, not just now, my whole life, young life and thing, I was alone a lot. It builds greatness, though. You conquer yourself. Where other people will break down, oh, I'm by myself. Do yesterday and be calm. Get yourself a cat too. And that's the next venture I want to do. I want to get me not just a regular cat from the street. I could have got one already. I want a cool ass cat. I like cool type things. And it says futile is the case of a man who is alone with no companion. I'm gonna have a cat, and I'm gonna determine his name from the two best dogs I had. I had not it's a pit bull, but yeah, it's a pit bull, but it's first called Staffordshire Terrier. I had it in the '80s when pit bulls wasn't famous, like early the '80s. I had him when they wasn't famous. People didn't know about him, and his name was Brock. He was the smartest dog I ever had. Well, one of them. I had two. Well, I had a couple other dogs, but the two, I didn't have that many, about maybe three dogs, maybe. But two of the dogs were smart, beautiful looking, and stuff like that. And I had an American Stanford Terrier. That's what they call a pit bull, a fawn color one. And here, let me show you. Like, we chumming it up. And I had in America. I was supposed to bring him here, but uh, like 10 years ago, before I moved here, and I bought him to bring him here. And I like different things, unusual things. And this is a dog that you don't really see. You see German Shepherds, Pit Bulls, Rottweilers, and all these other dogs, but you don't see this dog. And I had this dog. His name was Jazz. He's a giant schnauzer. And this is how he looks. I have to take him to the salon. I have to take him to the salon like every couple months because his hair grows and then he's going to look like a bear. He's going to look like a bear. Let me try to see if I can find his picture. He looks like that where you cut his hair. They make them small schnauzers, medium schnauzers, and then giant schnauzers. I had the giant schnauzer, very beautiful. When I went out in the street with him, everybody's like, "Oh, look, what kind of dog is that?" And I'll be honest with you, he was smart like crazy, but he was crazy. He was a crazy dog, but he was very smart. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find his picture. So that was the picture with his hair cut, and I have to do it like every couple of months because he'll turn into a mop. But he'll turn into a mop that don't look like a mop, that mop dog. He'll get a lot of hair that he'll look like a bear, a little bear running around in the street. I didn't let him run around because he's too big and stuff like that. He'll reach 100 pounds, 100 something. So he was a big dog. I had him when he was small. He was very cute, like a hairball. And I think he came with his ears cut. And he grew fast. He was big. He was like 100 pounds in a year or whatever. He grew big. Hold on. This is a new Yeshua Israel Hebrew on the island. So we do things differently. Got a lot of pictures in here. Hold on. Oh, here it is. This is him. This is him when I don't cut his hair. That was my house in Pennsylvania. This is him when I don't cut his hair. Hold on. He looks like a bear, right? And then when I take him to the salon, then he looks like that. And he's big. He's like this big. He comes up to like my arm over here. He's like giant. You would see him, you'd be scared to death. But he was very nice and stuff like that. And he was crazy. One day, I'm walking in Pennsylvania, and that night I was walking far, walking in parks, and this big bear, there's bears up there. And that bear came out. The bear was just trying to kill a pit bull in the backyard of some house when I was walking in the street with this guy. And he's big. And that bear like bust through the gate because I guess the people came out with a gun or something. And the bear ran, bust through the gate. He looks at me and him. Yo, almost did a number 2 in the back of my pants. And yo, my dog was trying to get a run from me and the bear. Like, I got you so damn big, and you gonna let me get wasted by this bear? But anyway, let me get back to the thing. See how I get to Phyllis, remind me to tell these people what I want to tell them on that clip. All right? Because you know how you're coherent. I get, see how I went away from everything, right? Anyway, let's get back to the wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom and calmness go hand in hand. A rich man must depart as he came, with nothing. He can't take his wealth with him. So what is it good for? You guys are going crazy about, I don't got enough money, I don't got savings, I don't got investments, I don't got this, I don't got this. Why does the man say? That's why you need to be calm. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. So you don't need to be crazy about, I don't be calm. Because the wisdom of Solomon said a rich man must depart as he came, with nothing. He can't take his wealth with him. So what is it good for? It is better to listen to a wise man's reproof than to listen to the praise of a fool. I don't like that guy. I don't like a New Year's Misery. He's gonna be telling me stuff I don't want to hear. What is Junebug from the projects or Doo is gonna tell me? You know, they got the crazy nicknames, Junebug and Doo. I'd rather listen to him. Give me some advice, Junebug and Doo. We don't want to go to Hebrew on the Island too, because he's too mean. Even though he tells some jokes sometimes, he's still a mean nigga. It is better to listen to a wise man's reproof than to listen to the praise of a fool. The end of a matter is better than the beginning. And this is what I'm trying to do at Hebrew on the Island too. The end of the matter is better than the beginning. Before you came on this channel, started listening to the Most High's videos, after listening to a lot of them, you become better. So how you started, not good, like me. Now you're walking, you're heading on the road, or you're on the road of purity and becoming one. The Most High can't accept things that are not pure. Don't let your spirit be quickly vexed. Now this is the problem. I added those other ones because those are good. These are good. I got a couple more too. We're gonna think, because these things deal with calmness. Don't let your spirit be quickly vexed. Vexed means angered, quickly frustrated, problematic. You like to debate all the time. That's you, Nicholas. A lot of you. Wisest man to ever live. And people that are quickly vexed, which means angered quickly, frustrated quickly, problematic all the time, debate filled, getting the last word in, you don't have a calm spirit. That's why I say calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. Because that abides in the breast of a fool. He says, so don't let your spirit be quickly vexed, because that abides in the breast of a fool. So if you're somebody that gets angry quick and mad and frustrated, vengeful and all these things, that it's in the heart of a fool. There's no calmness in you if you got those traits. This is why I'm making this video. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. For there is not one good man on earth who does what is best and doesn't err. I err. But I remember Proverbs 24, the wisdom of King Solomon. It says, even the righteous, when the righteous fall, uh, a lot of times he rises. Even though the wise can fall 7 times, but he rises, but the wicked stay in folly. For wisdom is better than rubies. No goods can equal her. Wisdom, calmness is better than rubies. It's a superpower. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. To hate evil, you got to be kind of calm because the world is like a party, like Diddy. I just love the party. He ain't calm. I'm not talking about just those little wicked things he did. I'm just talking like a party guy. Got to always, you, that means you're going to be involved with evil stuff most of the time. To fear the Lord is to hate evil, and you're not going to hate evil. You're going to be immersed in this world. Those who seek wisdom will find it. Those who seek wisdom will find it. And then calmness comes with it because you got the playbook. You know what's going on. You ain't going to overreact too much. Remember, you're not going to be perfect. But as King Solomon says, there is not one good man on earth who does what is best and doesn't err. So that's why I leave space for error. The righteous falls 7 times, but rises. He who finds wisdom finds life and obtains favor from the Most High. Listen to this. All this comes back to being calm, too. If the wrath of the Lord flares up against you, don't give up your post. For when wrath abates, grave offenses are pardoned. Don't give up. People that are going to give up, Most High is getting you and whatever, being vexed. You're not calm. It's telling you to be calm. Because for when the wrath abates, if you're not calm, you're going to be, hold on, I got to do this. Not calm. For when wrath abates, grave offenses are pardoned. You just got to be calm, patient, wait. I got a lot. Sorry, this is a lesson. So whoever can't take, I got one, like 2.5 more pages, and it will be done. The sum of the matter, when all is said and done, revere God and observe his commandments. God will call in account everything known or unknown, be it good or bad. Let your mind retain my commandments, for they will lengthen your days. If you're not keeping the Most High's commandments in your mind, and all these things, storms are coming around you. Young King, watch the video when I upload it, and you'll hear about the storms and stuff. You're not going to be calm, which means you're not wise. You're not going to have wisdom. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own understanding. You'll be calm, because if you trust in your understanding, you're going to be nervous as hell. But when you have this as your history and law book and playbook, your calmness level will be going down. Going up rather. The commandments are the lamps. The teaching is the light. The commandments are the lamp. The teaching is the light. Some crazy Hebrew said, "Oh, you're a false prophet." False prophet doesn't tell you that. The commandments are the lamps, and the teaching is your light. I'll tell you everything opposed to that. 1 Samuel chapter 7, you're going to return back to the Most High. Turn back to the Most High with your whole heart. Put away the strange God and serve him alone. The beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and acknowledge only one is understanding. So when you're walking around this whole earth, observing all these people on earth, they don't fit this segment of King Solomon, the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. None of them people fear. It's only a small remnant that fear the Most High, striving to do that wholeheartedly every day. The rest of the world doesn't. So the rest of the world is void of wisdom and they're not calm people. Beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord and acknowledge the Holy One is understanding. And they have no understanding. Then you wonder why they don't understand the scriptures. Number one, it wasn't given to them. They don't fear the Most High. So they don't got understanding. And they're in chaos. That means they're not calm. Listen to this. This is where you need calmness. He who curbs his tongue shows sense. He who curbs his tongue shows sense. A prudent man keeps his peace. You can say a calm man keeps his peace. A prudent man keeps his peace. He who is bent on evil, upon him it will come. You not being calm and you being an evil demon, Satan, it's going to come for you. He who loves discipline loves knowledge. Here at Hebrew on the Island too, I try to discipline some of you guys. And when I write it, because I'm disciplined myself, it ain't just writing it for you. I'm writing it for me. That's why I study it every day. It ain't just, oh, I'm telling you this, I'm go over here. Yo, get it in your coconut. I knew yes from Israel. He who guards his tongue preserves his life. Sometimes like you could get into fights and stuff, and bad, crazy situations if you could just guard your tongue. And the only people that guard their tongue are people that are calm. Because people that are not calm, they're going to say the first thing that pops in their wicked mind, blah, 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 and they're going to pow or stabbed or you're going to jail or whatever. He who guards his tongue preserves his life. He who opens his mouth wide, it is his ruin. He who opens his mouth wide comes to ruin. And people that open their mouth wide, they don't have calmness in their spirit. That's why I'm making this video. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. He that maintains his integrity fears the Most High. You ain't trying to live like the Joneses or like the R. Kellys and Diddy's and Beyonce's and Kanye West and Jamie Foxx and whoever else they are. The Most High loves him that pursues righteousness. Almost done. But he who harps on a matter alienates his friend. I told you to do that. You didn't do that and did that. 2 minutes later, I told you to do that. You didn't do that. See, and this is why I did that. That's not a calm person. Even a fool, listen to this. Even a fool, if he keeps silent, is deemed wise and intelligent. If he seals his lips. Let me read that one again. Because a non-calm person is not going to do that. You're going to do the opposite of that. Even a fool, if he keeps silent, is deemed a wise man and intelligent if he seals his lips. Every threat, every embarrassing thing or offensive thing said to you, you don't need to respond like that. Remember, silence is a superpower too. Said wise man says, do not associate with hot-tempered men unless you learn their ways. Do not associate it with hot-tempered men unless you learn their ways. Tell me, there's a hot-tempered man. Is that a man that is calm? Come on, let's listen to the wisdom of King Solomon. Because remember I told you, you are going to be the rulers under King David on this whole earth, including the lands behind the poles. It says it in Isaiah chapter 55. Incline your ears and come to me. Hearken, and you shall be revived, and I will make with you an everlasting covenant. Enduring loyalty promised to David, as I made him a leader of peoples and a prince and commander of peoples, so you, Israelite, so some of the nation that did not know you shall come running to you for the sake of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, who glorified you. In Daniel chapter 7, verse 27, the kingdoms and the dominions and the greatness of the kingdoms under the whole heaven will be given to the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom will be an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions will serve and obey. Obey what? Your teaching to them, which is going to be the law, which most are going to put in your mind. And you're learning some of this stuff now. Have self-control, to have forbearance, calmness. Because in that day, when you read in Job, you're going to turn their weapons into pruning hooks and plowshares. There's not going to be any war. So that means there's going to be peace. That means people are going to be calm. You're the teacher. You're the human island too. I'm trying to teach you that, instruct you to get your mind set for that, displayed in your life, because you're going to be teaching it to others. A miserable man runs after wealth. He does not realize loss will overtake him. 50 cents. Get rich, die trying. A lot of people promote riches. Oh, you don't got this, you're not doing that good, etc., etc. An angry man provokes a quarrel. A hot-tempered people commit many offenses. An angry man provokes a quarrel. Is an angry man a man that's calm? A hot-tempered people commit many offenses. Is hot-tempered people, do they have calmness in them? No, I guess not. Listen, hopefully I came to the end of this video. Calmness and wisdom go hand in hand. Hopefully this was edifying to you, was edifying to me, because I'm going to go over it again, most likely in the future when I do my studies. And you guys that are on, look out. I've been working, the co-help have been out of action for a while. I've been writing a video that I thought would be done already, but it hasn't been done. I've been writing it for a couple of days. It's going to be long like this one, but it's going to be a video that I've never made before. And you'll see why I made it then. I'm not going to tell you the title, what it's about. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe tomorrow if I finish, but probably not. Probably on the weekend. Hopefully you guys that are on, the more for Yah, Phyllis, Williams, Young King, Devin Loyal, JJ Simi, B Israel, B Isaiah. Hopefully you guys can join me in that video that I hopefully will be making soon. In a couple of days or a day or two or whatever. I've been working on it for like a week and a half. And Phyllis, you didn't remind me. Oh, you did. Thank you. See, so, you know what, Phyllis? I try not to read all the comments. I read them at the end, because if I read it in the beginning, no, if I keep reading the comments as I read, I won't get to my video. So I read it at the end. But you reminded me. Thank you, Phyllis. You're a good secretary. Thank you. Thank you. So Phyllis, you don't have to be afraid. We wasn't alone, just me and you. We got a whole bunch of people, a squad. Okay, let me show you this video. Now, this is an FYI video. There's nothing to do with, this calmness. It's just a video. It's just a video to show you that we are in the end times. Buckle up. Buckle up. And this is just evidence that you need to listen to the Most High's laws. I'm not talking to you. I'm preaching to the choir. These other people that are going to watch my video later, this is why the laws, because the Most High knows everything. Remember, wise men said, what happens, happen. What occurs, occurs. There's nothing new under the sun. So that's why the law in the 15 is a dietary law. Let me turn this fan off so you can hear it. This is why you need to follow. Make sure you Israelites are following the law. All right. What's this? Plastic cardboard boxes, tablets, everything's grounded into this right here. They send this stuff off to be eaten by hogs, and then the hogs are killed, and then we eat them. I felt like I had to tell the world. Y'all believe me now. Go up the line to that big on the grunt. It grounds it out and turns it into cat. And then the hog eats it. This is what it looked like when it's done. I took the video and I was like, I've never seen nothing like this. This can't be like legal. Fair use, fair use.
Garbage eating? Of course, Cali. And of course, it was at New York? New York on there?
Hold on. Come on. Everything's grounded into this right here. They send this stuff off to be eaten by hogs, and then the hogs are killed, and then we eat them. I felt like I had to tell the world. Y'all believe me now. Go up the line to that big on the grunt. It grounds it out and turns it into cat. And then the hog eats it. This is what it looked like when it's done. I took the video and I was like, I've never seen nothing like this. This can't be like legal. What is it saying? It's
garbage eating.
Anyway, what it's saying is, I'm getting my computer back soon, the other one, so I'll be able to show it. Fair use, fair use. They grind up all the garbage, plastic, and other garbage, and grind it into like a grain and put a little type of food in it, but as a filler. But it's garbage, plastics, and a lot of other stuff, and put a little animal food in there. But it got a lot of garbage, and it's considered food that you feed livestock. And he's talking about hogs, pigs, and pigs eat anything, and they eating that, and plastics, get all them chemicals and worms that don't die when you cook them, and all that stuff. That's why the Lord says, do not eat the swine flesh, and then all the other abominable things from the sea, from the land, from the air. And that's just wanted to show you. They took a piece of pepperoni, I didn't see it, pepperoni from a pizza, put it under the microscope, and they found little worms in it. And we don't eat it, but they, heathen Gentiles and Negroes that don't keep the law, eat pepperoni pizza and pork chops and chicharron for Dominican Spanish people. And you guys is crazy. But anyway, that's what I want to show you. Phyllis, thank you again. Hopefully, I know this was a long video, 1 hour and 39 minutes. That video, interesting video that I'm making is almost done. That's going to be a long video, but it's going to be good. Anyway, this is the New Year from Israel. I don't see anybody wrote too much stuff here. Only but thank you and praise. This is the New Year from Israel. He on the island too. Until next time.